Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined by, all the way in the States, by Gabe Rosado. First and foremost, Gabe, how's things, champ? How you doing?
Man, things are good, man. You know, we're having a good camp. Ready to go to Florida Sunday. So, man, we're locked in. We're ready.
I see you're in the gym right now. I'm guessing training camp's going well.
Yeah, camp is going well. You know, this fight was supposed to happen a while back, man. So it's kind of like, you know, I've been in and out of training, so just kind of staying sharp or whatever. But, you know, it finally got done. So excited about it.
I said to you off camera, well, off the record button, I said to you, I was in Arizona when you and Danny Jacobs had that back and forth. Now, I can remember the weigh-in. I can remember you two going at it at the weigh-in, and I wasn't allowed into the actual building, but I could see the both of you going at it. Now, yeah. I want to know, personally, what was being said.
You know, it was the funny thing is, you know, the weigh-in is obviously him and Chavez are fighting, and I had my opponent. So I had nothing to say to him, but he felt the need to, you know, say a couple words or whatever and get it. We got into it, which I just found kind of stupid because I'm like, you know, dude, you had a chance to fight me. You know, Chavez didn't make the weight. We could have made the fight happen, but you didn't. But then now he wanted to mount off, so kind of like upsetted me. I said, look, if you wanted to fight, we could have fought, and that's pretty much what it was, you know. And it was just. It's just one of those things where we just don't like each other, you know? It's not a hate thing, man, but it's just like we just don't get along, man.
Where does that stem from, though? I mean, when I spoke to Danny, I think he's a cool dude. When I speak to you, you're a cool dude. So where does that dislike for each other come from?
I think it's more of, you know, I think his whole thing is more of an act, you know? So I just kind of see him as just being just kind of being like a fraud, like, you know, his whole demeanor, you know, gentleman-like personality. I feel like it's all fake, you know. So so I told him that, you know what I mean, and you know, he doesn't like the way I am as well. So it's like, all right, whatever, you know, we just don't click.
The thing is, as well, because there's so much bad blood between the two of you, yeah. Us as fans, are we in for a treat? Are we going to see an absolute war between the two of you?
You know, this fight, honestly, you know, it's a fight for me where I've had a great camp with Freddie. You know, we worked on a great game plan, and you know, it's a fight that I'm going into where, you know, I don't know what Dan's bringing to the table. And I'm really not even focused on I really don't care what he's bringing to the table. You know, my focus in this camp is what I can do. You know, I'm not gonna fight at Danny's pace. You know, I'm focused on me dictating the pace of the fight. So, you know, my intention is to hurt him. You know, I feel that I have to go into this fight in order to win. You know, I have to, you know, win decisively, and I think I have to hurt him. You know, it's not a fight that I want to go into and try to score points and try to, you know, finesse things or anything like that. It's a fight where, you know, you gotta get to work. You know what I'm saying? In order to get this win, you know, I have to go to work. You know, so mentally, you know, it's important to prepare yourself for that type of fight. You know, and that's how I've been locked in. And the thing is, I've been locked in for a while because it's like I said, it's a fight that was supposed to happen. I think it was supposed to happen in June. You know, so he's been on my mind for a minute now, you know, so it's definitely, you got me?
I got you, bro. I got you.
All right, yeah. So it's definitely, you know, a fight where I know I need to hurt this guy.
With that being said then, Gabe, are you going in there to knock Danny out?
You know, I think every fighter goes into hurt his opponent, but I think, you know,
Or do you need to knock Danny out? Do you need to knock him out to get the win?
I don't think I need to knock him out, but my intention is to knock him out. You know what I'm saying? So, I think with the whole back and forth, it makes it that much personal. So I think it just gives me that extra fire to really put my foot on the gas, and I think, in camp, just the pace and the work ethic, and really, man, it's just been one of those camps where the sparring partners are just top-notch guys at Wildcard Boxing, so I think that's really great, to have a camp where, you got some really tough sparring, young, hungry fighters that, are preparing me to, really, really go to battle on the 27th.
So you've been prepared for battle, because I followed your career for a long time, from the Golovkin fight, from the Charlo fight, from the Quillen fight. I mean, even though you've lost against these big names, I think you've had 12 losses on your record, but you've never shied away from a fight. But you have had some good wins. You've beaten Clottey and you've beaten Soto Kras, who are maybe not elite level fighters, but you have won. You put your mind to it. Is this time round with Danny Jacobs, are we going to see the sort of best performance, the best Danny Jacobs on the 27th of November?
I have to be the best Gabe Rosado on the 27th. Danny Jacobs is a strong guy. He's fast. I wouldn't say he's a knockout artist, but he does pack a punch. So I have to be at my best. And I think a lot of it just comes in with experience. I think there's fights in the past where, you enter the fight in camp and, maybe camp isn't the best or whatever the case may be and things like that. And I know how I perform when I do have a great camp, so all that experience comes into play, man. So, and the thing is, we're in the middle of a pandemic, man. So it's really not much to do but to train and work, right?
I feel you. I'm in my gym. Yeah,
there you go. And look, this is my gym, man, and I pretty much just been here. I'm here all day, man. Sometimes I'm in my gym. It's midnight, and I'm in the gym just shadow boxing, and just putting in some work. I'm just that locked into making sure I win this fight. So, definitely, man, just going into this fight focused.
You're looking. I've got to say, looking at you look in shape, and you're 2 weeks out from the fight, so you do look in shape.
For sure.
We mentioned that you've done the good sparring partners, and this has been a top training camp. I'm guessing that you said you're locked in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Again, the best Gabe Rosado can put on a fight, and you're a fan-friendly fighter, and I'm hoping with Danny Jacobs that we're going to see a fan-friendly fight, because boxing needs this, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's not one of those fights where, it's not one of those fights where it can just be a chess match, where it's just, it has to be a fight where I know that I'm the underdog and I have to, win decisively, I'm sure that close rounds, if there's close rounds, I'm sure it'll go to him, so I have to really make a point. And that's just me just, pushing the envelope, like really, really putting in work, taking it that extra mile to really seal the deal.
All going well on the 27th of November. You beat Danny Jacobs, you win. What does that do for your career? What does that do for you in the super middleweight division?
I think the super middleweight division right now is probably, the top, right behind the 135 division, right?
Lightweights,
yeah, the lightweights. You got Canelo, you got Plant, you got Benavidez, Smith, Saunders, me, Jacobs. You might even have Charlo moving up. So it's a loaded division, and I really hadn't been thinking, and this is probably the first time that I've done this. I really hadn't been thinking of what's next, when I beat Jacobs, because, I'm so focused and locked in and just, really in the moment of what's happening, that I'm not thinking ahead. I just want to take care of business on the 27th. So, whatever happens after that happens. But, my right now is just all about Danny. Like, I just think about Danny Jacobs.
And that's healthy, because I'm a bit disappointed you said that. I was going to get your thoughts on Billy Joe Saunders against an old foe of yours and Martin Murray, because Martin Murray and Billy Joe Saunders are fighting, I think, a week after you. So I just want to get your thoughts on that fight.
Well, yeah, I think, I favor Billy Joe in that fight. Slicker, younger, fresher guy. Martin Murray is probably a little up there in age now. So I think the speed is going to be a problem for Murray. I don't know if Billy will stop him, because Murray's pretty resilient, pretty strong. But definitely got Billy winning that fight.
Before I let you go, Gabe, before I let you go, and again, thanks for doing this interview, but before I let you go, one final question. What is like I said to you, you've had a tough career. You've fought the best in the division and stuff like that. You've been in some brutal wars. What is the end goal for you? Is it still to be a world champion?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what keeps me motivated. It's, obviously it's my livelihood. I make a living doing what I do, but it's really not about that. To me, it's mainly just about legacy. I think me finishing my career with a title, just it's the icing on the cake. It's been a long career. I'm going in January, it'll be 15 years, which is nuts, right? So, you're lucky to have 10 years as a professional. Anything past 10 years is crazy. But, that's the goal, man. The goal that keeps me hungry is just to get that title. Definitely. So that's just it. Yep.
Definitely, brother. Well, Gabe, I won't keep you much longer. I do appreciate you doing this for FL TV and taking time out of your training camp. Safe flight to Florida this weekend, and good luck on fight night.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Anytime, brother. Stay safe.
All right. Peace.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.